Hey y'all, welcome to the Looking Glass Tarot. I'm going to do this video on a little boy that is missing, Noel Rodregious-Alverez. He's from Everman, Texas, and he's 5 years old when he went missing. He was believed to have been missing since November 2022, but it was first brought to law enforcement's attention in March 2023. That's when a wellness check was done, and he was last seen in November. His mom and stepdad fled to India, and they were seen on surveillance cameras, but they have not been found. And he does have 6 siblings, and he is disabled. Law enforcement does believe him to be deceased. What happened the day Noel Rodregious-Alverez went missing? The Tower. So the Tower is a big change. So it's a change that comes in. You don't see it coming, and it's quite a shock. It's like the whole foundation has been rocked and changed. So it's the ending of something and the beginning of something else, and very unexpected. So it's like a shock. The Four of Wands is a stable card. Stable, stability, home. But you see behind Alice is a house of cards. So it's like his whole life, his whole world, his whole family unit was shattered that day. And it does show stability, but with him, his family was like a house of cards. It was not that stable. It just looked like it was stable. To some people did not. I feel like some people did not think it was a stable environment, and this is why the wellness check was called. This is my new kitten. This is Toby Binks. He was rescued. Excuse me. I'll put him down, see if he'll stay. I don't know. Okay. What happened the day Noel went missing? What happened? The Six of Wands is like a victory card, but it's a victory that is like a short-lived. So it happened quickly. It didn't take long to accomplish what they want to accomplish. So they went out, they accomplished something, they took care of what they wanted to, they defeated whatever they wanted to defeat, and they made it happen. So they went out and they completed an action that day, and they were successful in it. Clarify why the Six of Wands is here. So the Ten of Wands is a burden, but it's a burden that is coming to an end. So whatever they did that day, whatever they went out and accomplished, they were almost at the end of their burden. So I feel like they thought of him as maybe as a burden, because he was disabled, which is very sad. And I feel like they were already planning to leave, and that because I feel like someone was in trouble with law enforcement or with a company or with somebody, because they had this planned, and they felt like Noel would slow them down in the process of leaving. So that is one of the reasons why he's not with them. What happened the day Noel disappeared? Two of Cups. So the Two of Cups is emotional connection. Two people that are emotionally connected. They're not just friends. They're very close. they share a bond together. There's some commitment there. So, but it's I feel like it's like chaos. They are emotionally connected and they are committed there, but I feel like it's always chaos for them. It's never like they're always in something. They're always up to something. They're always doing something. So I don't feel like it's like a calm environment that they live in. I think it's always hectic and kind of like always a lot of arguing and distrust in the family. Who is responsible for Noel's disappearance? Who is responsible for Noel's disappearance? So the Seven of Pentacles is planning. So planning, nurturing, watching it grow, then harvesting it. So I feel like these two planned it. They planned it out, how they wanted it to go, how they wanted it to be, and I feel like this wasn't just like spur of the moment. This was something that they had planned and they had intended on doing it. And I think they were fleeing because they were in trouble. One of them was in trouble. Why is the Seven of Pentacles here? Why is the Seven of Pentacles here? So the Nine of Wands, the Nine of Wands is determination. It's stand your ground. See how they've got all these wands behind them, but there's what he's standing there defending where he's at now. So I feel like they were always on the defense and everything they did. So because they were always doing something that they needed to defend themselves for. So I feel like people were watching them. Like when it comes to like social services and different things, I just feel like they were always being watched, and they were always on the defense, always too many cards. Who is responsible for Noel's disappearance? So the Eight of Pentacles is also planning, but it's detailed planning down to the last like period and dotted I and cross T. So the plans were very detailed and worked out so that they would be able to pull this off. It wasn't something that they just jumped and done. Who made these plans? Who made these detailed plans? So the Seven of Wands is stand your ground, defense, and like I said, I kind of feel like they were always doing that. They were always having to defend themselves because, well, were up to no good stuff sometimes. So the Hierophant is a wise teacher, someone that is experienced and knows things. The Hierophant can also mean authority, law, like lawyers, court. I feel like they were going to court over something. I don't know what it was. I don't know if it included children or it included, I don't know if it's family court or it was another type of court, but I feel like they were coming up on some kind of court date. The Sun. So the Sun is new starts, new beginnings. It's things brought to light. And it is about accomplishment and achievement and family. So I do feel like there was some stuff coming to light. They were going to court, and there was going to be some things that were going to be found out that weren't out there before. I do think it was maybe had something to do with family court, but I'm getting money, so I don't know. I kind of feel like there might have been some money involved in here somewhere, because there's quite a bit of pentacles, so I kind of feel like there's also money in here. Who's responsible for Noel's disappearance? The Star. So the Star is hope, new starts, a wish upon a star. So I feel like there's hope, we're all hoping, and there's hope there that Noel's going to be found. And I just feel like there was going to be some big changes because of whatever court thing they were having. Who is responsible for Noel's disappearance? The Lovers. So the Lovers. So I said, who's responsible for Noel's disappearance, and I got the Lovers. So I'm guessing this is two adults that were married or emotionally connected, love or family. So married or engaged, but I feel like this was two. So it was two adults in the home. They're responsible for Noel's disappearance, that are connected emotionally to each other. Three of Swords is deceit, broken heart. So I feel like they deceived Noel. Of course, that broke his heart, and I feel like they kind of deceived him that day. I know he was disabled, but I kind of feel like they told him they were going to take him somewhere that he really wanted to go, and that's not where they went. Basically, they lied to him. One is the Three of Swords here. Oh, too many cards. One is the Three of Swords here. Too many cards, one at a time, please. One is the Three of Swords here. Two of Pentacles. Two of Pentacles is about balance, balancing things out. And I think, and I keep going back to thinking that without him, they could balance things out and do what they needed to do. That's terrible, but that's just the feeling I get. That they just, basically, he was just in the way, and they needed to get out. They needed to leave the country for a reason. I feel like they promised him, like, we'll go get ice cream and cake, or ice cream, and I feel like he really loved ice cream, and that's where they were taking him, to get ice cream. The world. So the world means everything. It means you're everything. So they took his world. They took his whole world. And they felt like without him, they would be able to do the things they needed to do. Even though they had 6 more there, he was the one that was holding them back. Where may Noel be? Where may Noel be? Where may Noel be? Toby, thanks. I'm getting the tower again, which is big changes, as you know. Let's see. Is no water. So for me, I feel like Noel is in a like a place that's like water and trees and grass and stuff. I don't feel like he's like in a off in a field way away from water. I do feel like he's near water, but not in water. And there's a lot of rock around him. I do feel like there's a lot of rock around him. I do feel like they put him in something. Like they just didn't, oh, tinsel. Sorry. They didn't just put him in the ground. I feel like they did put him in something. He's not just laid in the ground. But I feel like they had to drive through, like, you know, trees and woods, and there's a like a lake or pond or a river or something. I feel like he's near, but not in the water. And I do feel like it was two people that he loved and trusted. Will Noel be found? Will Noel be found? Too many cards, one at a time, please. There we go. The Queen of Cups is intuition, emotion, instinct. I do feel like there's a lot of things hidden that we're going to find out later on about Noel and his case. But I still feel like he's near water, but not in water. Gosh, I almost feel like he's like in a stone. Almost like an old stone structure that's deserted. Like, you know, it's collapsing. It's not together. But he is in the ground, is what I feel. And that is the Nine of Pentacles, which is family. And I do feel like somebody in his family was responsible. Will Noel get justice? Will Noel get justice? Queen of Pentacles is earth, money. So I do feel like he's in the earth. I do feel like he's in the earth. I hope that Noel gets justice. I hope he is found. Keep an eye on the story, and hopefully they'll, you know, find the mom and the stepdad and bring them to justice and find out where this baby is. Thank you for watching. I appreciate you. Like and subscribe, and check out my next video.